Yerp, it's Perp back with another video, and I just got done checking out the brand new documentary, Living with Chucky. This is on Screambox. This is a streaming service that's similar to Shudder, where it's just primarily just a lot of horror. You can find a lot of indie stuff. That's how I also was able to watch The Outwaters. Definitely recommend checking Screambox out. They got some really dope documentaries and other films on there if you're a horror fan. It's only like $5. That's a shameless plug. But anyways, man, they did a really good job with this documentary. I have some nitpicks and some gripes, and maybe that has something to do with rights to certain footage that they couldn't use. So this is pretty much documenting just the inception of the Child's Play or Chucky franchise, starting from the very beginning, even touching on a little bit of where we're at now with the TV series. Not really going into the TV series, but just showing you the ins and outs of each individual movie. And I like how they set this up, and you see them transitioning to talk about each movie, and how they have these VHSs. They're all the Child's Plays movies are on VHSs, and all the like Bride of Chucky's and newer kind of like sequels after that are DVDs, and that's how they kind of use that kind of technique to show you the different errors or just different time periods. I just thought it was fascinating way to kind of transition to each individual movie. They spent a lot of time on the first one, just kind of coming up with the idea. Dom Mancini, he was in like college when he wrote this script, and then it got picked up by a studio, and the rest was history. But what I find fascinating is just a lot of things that I didn't know, like just how they came up with the name Charles Lee Ray. It was like a combination of the guy, I'm drawing the blank on his name, I literally just had it in my head, that assassinated Martin Luther King, and Harvey Oswald. I'm probably butchering that. It's really late right now, but anyways, and then Charles Manson, and that's how he kind of came up with that name, because at that time, those are the things that scared him as a kid. Those are the people that scared him. So I find that to be really fascinating. And also, Brad Dourif is just a talent, man. He's just a talent within himself. What he brought to Chucky was something that is super unique. He tripped me up because he started talking about acting and how it's intentional, and I'm paraphrasing. He's like, everybody's a killer. All evil is humanity, but that's what just still makes us human. And he was going on some deep shit that I'm gonna be thinking about for like a while, man. And it was really fascinating to kind of get his creative process on it, and just them diving into these movies. And they really focused mainly on like the puppetry and just like bringing Chucky to life, and how that was like a whole job within itself. Now, my one nitpick about this movie or this documentary, is the fact that they kind of skim over Child's Play 2 and 3, and maybe that has something to do with rights, and they can only use a certain amount of footage. And this documentary is about like an hour and 40 minutes. So, they kind of pretty much run through all the movies in the first like hour or so. And then it kind of shifts into them kind of talking about their friendship and just their bond as a family over the years, and then thanking fans. I thought this was really well put together. Just, the ins and outs, and seeing certain footage of things that we have never seen before. Also, just the involvement of the family. Fiona Dourif, like when she comes in at Curse of Chucky, she is a phenomenal addition, and she's a chip off the old block, man. Like when you see her in the Chucky series, or just even in Curse of Chucky playing her father, That shit is fucking dope. I always like that. I want to see her in more horror, but it's just dope to kind of see behind the scenes and the movie magic to make these movies what they are today in the history books. And I thought it was really well done. I would definitely probably watch this again. It's always fascinating to watch a horror documentary because there's a lot of things and ins and outs, and even with them talking about the studio and even talking about the criticisms of some of the later movies that some people aren't a fan of. Don doesn't seem like he was really bitter or anything about that. He doesn't feel any type of way, and I can respect that about him. Whether you like the direction that Chucky has gone, I respect that. Like, he always tries to just have fun with it and be inventive within his own franchise. I feel like Chucky kind of was doing the requel stuff before that was even a thing, you know? I might be off with that, but it definitely felt that way. And I just appreciate a lot of just all these movies even more watching this documentary, just seeing how much hard work was put into it, and also them kind of touching on, you know, the representation, like of just having those themes of the gay community and stuff like that. After when Bride came out, and him kind of just putting his lifestyle within all these other movies since then. So there's just something interesting for everybody to kind of watch, and I like the people that pop up on here. You even see like Marlon Wayans pop up for a little bit, kind of giving him his 2 cents about just horror and just their appreciation for the genre and just how much hard work they put into all these movies. Like, movies are not an easy task, and even one of the guys said this. I forget his name. I'm drawing a blank on his name. Like I said, it's late. So, and he's even said like even the worst movie is hard to make. You know what I'm saying? So, overall, I really enjoyed watching this, even though I wish they would have kind of went more in depth with 2 and 3, because they literally like spent like 5 minutes, it felt like, on those movies. I wanted to kind of see more of that. And I didn't know in Child's Play 3 that actor wasn't the same person that played Andy in the first 2 films. It just kind of blew my mind. It's like, how did I not know that? But, you know, you learn something new every day. So definitely go check this out if you haven't already. And I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.